All right, boys, it's a few days later, and as you could tell, we have had a lot of rain. Absolutely hate fall for this reason right here. However, we aired up all the tires to 40 PSI, and almost all of them did not hold air. They were all leaking from the bead, as you saw from the previous clip. So what we're gonna do is, I believe this one is holding air. We're gonna double check everything, see which ones we need to do. They have to be kind of taken off, remounted and all that. So however, we're gonna get these wheels off, we're gonna clean them up, and yeah, get them back in shape. Because I think the decision is, can't find anything else for a super low price as much as I can these. And yeah, these will be cool to cruise around on, like I've said. So we're gonna clean them all up, pull them all off the car. We're gonna clean these wheels up as well that we got in the trade deal. Probably end up slapping those on for the time being. We gotta go pick up our new studs over at Advanced, and we gotta have this thing fully done. We have work today as well. So we got an undercoating to go do for the business. And yeah, so we need this out of the way because we have another customer dropping off a truck, brand new TRX here, to get a bunch of work done for tomorrow. So time to get everything cleaned up, wheels cleaned up, get these loaded in the van, get them dropped off and fixed. And yeah, guys, kind of go from there. So see you in a bit. All right, got the whole road, the whole driveway, all the cars, everything all fully done, blown off, all that good stuff. That took like an hour. So let's clean up the stocks first. We're setting up now. Clean up the stocks, put the stocks on. We'll load these, move the car over here, and be able to load the Chrome Boys up to actually go get fixed, if that's the route we're gonna go. Well, got everything all cleaned up. I didn't polish them or anything, obviously. They're a little bit tarnished. I could probably get it looking half decent, a little bit better than this. However, I don't think it looks absolutely horrific. I think it's well worth 200 bucks for the wheels and tires. And it's like 90 bucks for us to fix the 3 as of right now that are going flat. So we are gonna check that last one just to make sure there's not a 4th one that needs to be you know, reseated or anything like that, not leaking or losing any air. So if that's the case, we're about to swap over the wheels. We'll show you the finished product. We're gonna load these in the van and then off to the tire shop we go. All right, boys and girls. I know I have a little bit of a female audience. We're all loaded up, emptied out the van enough. Let's go to the tire shop. We're out here at the Boy Angelo's. The boys are getting the tires seated, and then yeah, gonna go chill inside for a bit, and then we'll go get the studs from Advance on our way back and get everything mounted properly. Well, boys, a little bit of unfortunate news. Shout out Angelo for always banging out tires for me. Yeah, unfortunately, one of them out of the 3 did not seat. It actually has a broken bead. So, all right, back again, guys, and just got done doing the undercoating. We're already rust-proofing vehicles for wintertime, as it is getting pretty chilly and starting to get closer and closer, inching towards that time, unfortunately, my least favorite time of the year. However, we got her sitting on the wheels that we got on top of the cash deal for the wheels, and she's looking not too bad with them, not too bad. But yeah, anyhow, got the blower motor and stuff like that. Advance just showed up, so we're gonna pull this thing back out. We need the space free for a customer tomorrow, so yeah, we're gonna bang out this blower motor so we have heat, bleed the coolant, all that good stuff. At least it's on drivable tires the way it is, and we'll get to registering this thing pretty damn soon. So we got the new studs that we were missing. Well, not missing, but the ones that are bad. And then we got our new blower motor. So about to get underneath there on that black panel. And let's yank that out real quick and put in the new one and get this thing able to have heat in it. And then we could properly bleed the coolant system. Well, out with the old and in with the new. We can just get it to line up just right. There we go. Now we gotta pull these nuts in. We already got it plugged in, nice and new. Scented the in-cab filter that we replaced in the last video. And let's tighten her up. And bang, she done. Tuck everything nice and neat. I believe it goes this way. Lock it in, slide, clip, clip. All done. Nice and neat, tucked. We accidentally took one of the screws out of the other one, so we'll just throw that out. And yeah, let's test her out. Let's bleed the coolant and let's see what we got. All right, all fired up. Moment of truth. Mode, vent. Woo! Oh, it smells good too. Ripping nice and quiet. Oh yes, I'm happy. Vent is working. Nice and mint. Here we go. Now we can actually go bleed the coolant. Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's turn off this. You kind of hear it a little bit, but I don't know. Is what it is. Should be all in good. With that broken manifold, trying to bleed it. Let me see if I can show you guys the vibration I feel. Don't know if you can see that on camera. But it's really bad. You can feel it in the wheel. Stabilization probably won't allow it. Oh, it's ice cold still, so. But yeah, that manifold really kills this car. Really kills this car. And let's get to bleeding. It's got a whole bunch bled. Gonna clean it all off. And then repeat it like 35 freaking times, so. Oh yeah, fun stuff. We got heat coming through at higher RPM. Heat is flowing. Just gotta get the rest of that air bled out. And she'll be solid. Yeah, nice and hot. So, got everything working. Blower motor. Now we're just bleeding it. And yeah, once I let off, it gets cool again, but that's how we know we got air still in the system. This was probably never even done, period. So fresh coolant and fresh rad, fresh fan shroud, all by Mishimoto, new thermostat, new blower motor. I mean, this freaking thing was fully gone through, guys. I know you, hopefully you guys have been following along with the content and all that good stuff, but you would know. Okay, the car killed itself. And we're having some smoke. I don't know why. It did this last time too. This time, for whatever reason, the fans didn't come on. However, I drove it an hour and a half home before making the car better, so why the hell is it doing that? It wasn't overheating. Heat's still on. And yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the ground to the battery. I think the smoke is just residual because we spilt a bunch of antifreeze between the fan shroud and the rad. So I think that's what the smoke's coming from, because it already is gone. I understand why does it just shut off? Anybody know? Leave me a comment. And those of you guys in the comments, let me know what this does, because this is not screwed in and is just hanging loose, and it looks like it's some sort of fuel regulator or something, which could definitely be part of the problem. I don't know if the manifold didn't allow it to be bolted to it or something. I don't know, but we definitely got to do something about that as well. Let me know. What do you guys think? And we'll take full advantage of the car being off to give it a nice bleed with the car off like you're supposed to do. But I didn't find it to matter that much. But you guys will be able to hear it. Oh yeah. Yep, and then once it goes back to solid coolant, I break it back down. That way we're not spilling too much out of the system. Really, none at all, really. Some bubbles and a little bit. All right. Now we'll see. The gauge is like pegged. It stuck there even when I turned it on cold. So that we know that's not the issue. Weird, dude. So weird. Don't know what this car's problem is, but if it's sitting there idling for, I don't know, a while. And the fans didn't even come on. We know the fans work. We tested that last time. So I know for a fact the car wasn't overheating. So why it shut off like that, don't know, but I don't love that at all. We're gonna read some codes for sure, because we do have the light on. See what it's telling us. But now this is cold again, because, well, mind you, it's been running the whole time. So the battery's good, that's brand new, bunch of different stuff. So you guys let me know what you think. Let's get this bled out all the way so we know that overheating should not be an issue. All right, guys, back again. And yeah, the first little bit of fun parts about to actually go on the car. A little bit of a change of pace to break things up. And we're gonna get rid of these really shitty, clear, broken markers, side lights. So here's a little before. They're all, well, they're not terrible. However, they're orange and all this and that. I absolutely hate that. So we pop this guy out. And yeah, it's definitely seen better days. We will rotate this, pop that out, and normally it takes a traditional bulb like this, and the clears are nice, obviously, good touch to the car. However, with the smoke tails, and now that leads us to here. So we're gonna clean this all up. And yeah, we're gonna pop these bulbs out, which the one side at least didn't work. And we have, bam, smoked. I already did the other side, but we have the smoked markers with the chipset. So they actually have like sequential modes and stuff like that. Really nice touch for the car. It'll really tie everything in together with the smoked stuff. So, and pop the bulb out. We got her all cleaned up. Pop this guy out with the clear. Go over to our box. Oh, awesome. Everything blowing away from the wind. That's awesome. Damage it right out of the package. Just choice. Yeah, let's get this all hooked up. Plug this guy right in here. Push this in. Obviously won't need the clear wrapper, however, we'll at least leave it on for the time being for installation. And clip it into the bumper. They kind of just barely sit in there. And done. So, not too bad looking.
I think we're caught up on a little bit of the wrapper, but
there we go. I mean, that looks 10 times better. Really ties the car together right there. Nice little added touch. Might even have to clean up the headlights and stuff now because this actually looks pretty decent. So nice little touch, cheap mod. Let's see what they do after the lights are on. And lights on. Bam. That looks so freaking good. And we have an issue with this one. Let's see if we can fix it. And bam, both sides all done up. It was indeed a bad bulb, which makes me feel much better. At nighttime, these are gonna be so nice because they're not as extreme as most of them on the market. As you can see, it's just one solid line that looks so freaking good. I'm so stoked. This thing's really starting to come together. And honestly, sometimes it's nice and exciting and refreshing to actually focus on little touches like this and kind of start seeing the vision come together with the car. And the feature for the white G today on the channel, we got a little something for the dashboard that was inspired by the drift missile. We got a nice little tan dash mat for that car. Probably the cheapest one you could possibly find. So let's see how it unwraps and how the installation goes on this one. If you're new to G35s, as you could tell, this dash is significantly different compared to this dash. So clock inside it, as you could tell, a couple hairline fractures. We don't want it to get any worse. And I guess they're wanting us to steam it out and everything else. But we'll just make sure the dash is clean. We'll clean it up. And yeah, I guess get to it. It seems like it's unraveling just fine. Doesn't seem to be bunched up or kinked anywhere. So this may end up working out pretty good. We have it all laid out. We're gonna let the sun kind of take care of it, kind of let it take shape after we unraveled it. And then we cleaned the dash and everything already. And everything's nice and clean. Now we pat it down. And then, yeah, use these little Velcro tabs for the dash to actually secure it in certain areas on here, which we'll figure out at a later date and we'll bring you back in to show you. Maybe this video, maybe the next one, but this is the least of our concerns right now. However, let it take shape and be nice and clean in here. Keep that dash protected. I actually kind of really like the carpet dash look. So once we neaten this all up and it takes shape, I'm sure it'll buff out and end up looking pretty damn nice. This thing just looks gorgeous. Loving it. Dash mat looking nice. Gonna let that bake kind of take shape, like I said. And this thing's really starting to come together. Unfortunately, we are selling it. That's just why we're cleaning it up and making it like an OEM plus car, making it as clean as possible. And yeah, it's really starting to look like something. So obviously this thing's definitely worth a premium. I've never really seen a G too much cleaner. I mean, guys, I haven't washed this thing in forever, and I mean, look at the wheels. I mean, every single thing on it is just so freaking mint. Obviously, we had it all repainted. The nice, beautiful pearl. There's not a swirl in this paint. Everything looks so freaking good. And yeah, we're just slowly chipping away at that. And for the unfortunate news, as you saw the last time we went to the tire shop, they got 2 out of the 3 to seat. We broke a bead and broke the tire pretty much on the last one, and I also thought we were good on the one we didn't bring, which we were wrong. This one's extremely low on air, so that one didn't hold either. And this one was the broken bead. As you could tell, the tires are not great. However, the one with the better tires, holding there. So a little mismatchy, but really doesn't matter. So we had actually just went on Marketplace, found the same size tires for a pair of 2 for like 80 bucks. I think we're gonna go pull the trigger on those. They're pretty close to home, and I don't think the guy speaks English, but I'm trying my best with the translations and stuff. But hopefully we can pick up those 2. Then we're gonna bring the one that didn't seat and the one I didn't bring over to the tire shop. Get those seated. We're about to load them up in the van. Hopefully go meet up with him, buy the tires, drop those off at the tire shop, and actually have a complete set of 4 of the Rep Blitz wheels to slap back on the G and kind of complete where we're at now. Absolutely hate fall. Especially down here, it is a frickin' wind tunnel all day long. Unbelievable. Well, everybody, it's no secret. We've been wheeling and dealing lately. Little later than I wanted it to be, but after unfortunately finding out that 2 of the tires that we didn't have done, well, one that broke a bead and the one that I thought was good, are both obviously flat. Yeah, found a good deal on a pair of tires, so the remaining 2 will at least match of the set. The other 2 are obviously mismatched. Is what it is. We'll run those on the rear, the newer ones on the front that match. And yeah, we are currently en route to meet them. Yeah, gonna have to use Google Translator and whatnot to get the deal done, but that's all right. We're kind of just have ourselves a laugh, and yeah, gonna go meet them at a Wawa, go get the 2 new tires, get back to the house, and yeah, we'll load the 2 wheels that have to get done in the van and bring them over to the tire shop to get mounted and balanced tomorrow morning. So let's see how this goes. Like that, ladies and gentlemen, we got some brand new fresh Pirellis. Let's go. Well, everybody, bright and early next morning, and we are on our way to go back to the tire shop to have those other 2 wheels mounted, and or 2 tires mounted on the wheels. And I don't know what the hell is going on up there, but yeah, so when we get back, the 20s, the Blitz reps are finally going on the car. So let's get over there, knock this out. Well, not a good sign. We officially have the first higher idle startup here for the 7.3. It's getting chilly. Angelo is backed up today, so we're dropping him off. We'll just wait for the call to actually pick him up, but yeah, they are busy. The whole freaking place is packed. So dropping them off to the guys, and they'll give me a call when they're ready. So everybody, while we wait, we just dropped off the wheels and tires. While we wait for those to get mounted and get the call that they're done, we're gonna clean up the wheels that are currently here, and we're gonna continue to do that for all 4 of them so they look its absolute best, trying to restore them back as much as they can. You can't really do much with chrome, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve to try to get them back a little bit. And we also need to press in some new studs. So we got the studs in the back of the car, so we're going to kind of start there and see what we're looking like. So we got it all soaking down with iron remover currently, and we got some Quad Zero steel wool, some chrome cleaner, and a real abrasive brush. We're kind of gonna just scrub away, kind of polish the chrome. So this is one of definitely the better ones, but yeah, I want these things popping. There's a lot of crust buildup all over the place on these, so kind of doing it dry and using the products to lube it up. And yeah, let's kind of get in there and go to town on these rougher spots. I don't think it's going to necessarily take out all the pitting or anything like that. They're definitely very hard in these gaps to get to. However, it'll definitely do it some justice. So a lot of elbow grease here, as you see it turning purple as we slowly start to agitate all the crap out of it. But yeah, gonna be real thorough with this and see how good they end up looking. And after about a 15-minute scrub on each, dry, we rinse it. I'm not expecting everything just to disappear magically. However, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in a lot better shape than we were. So See what happens. Let's pull you in for a little bit of polishing probably as well. After this, just to get out some micro scratching, kind of maximize the shine. We did them front and back. So definitely night and day difference. The whole backside, no rust now on where the mating surface is, all that. There's some definitely really stubborn stuff on here that's not really gonna come out that easily. We'll see what polishing does, but you gotta be careful with them being chrome. Only so much you're gonna be able to do. So instead of making this video 45 minutes long, we're gonna repeat this process, come back in, polish all of them, and kind of see where we're at, because I could tell you right now, guys, I don't know if you guys are seeing it on camera or not. It doesn't really do too much of a justice, but these are looking a hell of a lot better. Well, here's obviously one of the better ones, but the pitting and stuff like that isn't really going to come out. The chrome is definitely pretty damaged on these. However, it's a lot less noticeable when you have a nice looking shine on them. So these things are really going to look freaking good on this thing now. Oh, I can't wait. All right, and now we are going to not only adjust the coilovers a little bit on all sides, lower it down a hair, and we got to take the calipers and the rotors off. Pray for me. And then, yeah, we're going to get the broken studs out of here and press in the new ones. Well, after fighting it for freaking way too long, we finally got the rotor off. We're also going to make the adjustment to the e-brake so our cable brake maybe locks up a little bit better. However, it is already pretty tight, but it doesn't lock the car up. It will stop it. It's very firm. I think just a couple clicks on each side would help. However, I don't know about these Mishimoto lugs, like I've said previously. The threads are kind of getting tore up inside, and I'm starting to think that this is what's kind of messing up the studs itself. Not too sure what to honestly think about this, but I think the Mishimoto lugs are pretty much junk, to be honest. Like, as you can see here, if we can get it to focus, you see the threads? Like, are you kidding me? They just like peel right out of the inside, and I think ultimately it ends up obviously stripping the stud. I don't know if this is a piece of stud or the lug nuts coming apart, so I don't know. I guess a little trial and error. We'll figure it out eventually, but we got it all off. We're doing this to both sides. I'm not going to film both sides, but let's get all the studs in so we can mount our nice, freshly polished wheels back on. We took a washer out of the back of the caliper, used that. We originally had this piece of copper with a normal size nut of the same thread to press the stud in, and that ended up being too long. So we used a big thick washer from the back side of the caliper and a factory lug that from the front that's not damaged, and threaded it all on. So we did, however, get a set of 5 over here, finally complete. About to start on this side. Wheels looking damn good. And yeah, this side we are missing those 2 lugs, so I'm gonna replace the studs, go get 2 lugs, factory lugs for these 2 ones, and or order a set and wait for them to come in. But we will still be missing the lugs for right now, but we'll change that very shortly when they come in. So anyhow, other side time. Let's get that done. Let's get these wheels on. And then we just went to the tire shop. We picked up the fronts. They are time to clean these girls up, just like we did the rear ones, make them look as good as they can. And with these new Pirellis on there, looking freaking sick. So really stoked on this. And yeah, let's get them cleaned up and let's get all 4 of them on the car. Well, this is basically what we're doing on the other side now. Just lubing them up, washer with 1 good lug nut, kind of cinching it down in there and getting them nice and flush. Don't know what's up with the focusing on the camera today, but yeah, and then we're gonna take the little adjuster, tighten up the e-brake just a hair. The other side was actually like really tight. This side, the rotor had no issue at all. So yeah, kind of assuming maybe this side's more worn than the other. I don't really know. Yeah, have never really played with it before, but just a little bit of an adjustment. I know the littlest bit you do actually makes a huge difference. So yeah, finishing pressing in these studs, put the rotor back on, slap the wheel on. We got the rest of the wheels all cleaned up and looking freaking good on this thing. And yeah, ready to go. And bam, just like that. We just got to get 2 lugs to put in there. I think we're gonna next day air a whole new set of lugs because these Mishimoto ones are freaking junk. Guys, I just still can't get over the amount of progress we made in such quick time. Bunch of burner sets here. We're about to stack those in the garage. We got the wheels looking right on this thing. Gonna drop it down a little bit more. Yeah, obviously no build is ever finished. No car is ever ready to go. So yeah, we got all the studs pressed in. That was kind of like the reliability issue. And then hopefully here soon we get the headers done. I know it's not going to be necessarily the cheapest thing to do. However, we already have the parts for it. But our main focus is probably going to resume on the white car, as we desperately need it to sell to get our savings account back. So this thing's almost damn near perfect. We got to do a few little odds and ends bits. Hopefully next week we can get on that. We got to fix a bunch of stuff, little things, try to find a seat for it or get it upholstered. So a lot of the money right now is going to be going into this, making it as perfect as it can be, and then see what we get for it and get that thing sold. And then it'll open up a whole nother window of kind of finishing up all the bits with this car and getting it on track. I know I wanted to get on track in the fall time. Depending on how business goes, it's a little up and down right now. It's kind of getting colder. But if we could stay consistent, I will hopefully have a lot more content to come before winter. And hopefully through winter, I'm going to do my best to do as much as I can. It's just very difficult for us in the wintertime to spend money on cars when the business is slow. But guys, I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm freaking stoked. And yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, smash the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let's get to 500 at the end of October, please. And we'll catch you guys very, very shortly. Peace.